an engineer, but I rarely did engineering things in my entire life. I mostly did with the corporate things. I work for the largest group of Bangladesh. You all know my profile and everything that you already been shared with all of you. So today's presentations, I have made some slide, but I was a bit confused. Should I share this slide with all of you? As because I was expecting something wider audience in these things, but lately I found the vibe of the audience and I talked with some of the audience here. So here I have found a 14 years kid to 50 years old. So such a diverse audience level in this room. So it is really difficult for a speaker to share anything. Some of the things might go some of people audience head, some of the goes under. So it's very difficult for a speaker to share their ideas or share their thoughts with this diverse audience. But let me try. So what I will gonna share with all of you in this particular TED. What is TED actually? TED is actually to sharing the thought, personal stories, or even anything, new ideas, innovations with a particular theme that the TED organizer given for any TED talk. So what is the theme today's TED? Do you know? Anyone of you can help me? What is the TED today's? What is the theme from audience apart from the organizer? What is this?
Ideas worth sharing.
No, that's the TED overall things. But particular this event. What is the you?
Voice of today, vision of tomorrow.
Excellent. Let's clap for him. So the ideas of this today's TED is vision of today, voice of today, vision of tomorrow. That means it's totally targeting the youth generation of this particular audience. So I would like to concise my slides on this audience where you are actually leading the world in coming days. What Farabi Bhai said in their earlier slide, I will quote several times him because he said something very important. So the thing is that you don't know your president is running on this school bus or not. We don't know some of Shere Bangla ke Fazlul Haq in this room or not. Right? He's from Barishal. So you guys, who knows, after 20, 30, 40 years, you will be leading this country. So if you want to lead this country, what important things you need to actually grow up? The first and foremost important things is the education. Without the proper education, you will not be able to run this country, you will not be able to lead this country. A failed nation is actually an illiterate nation. So education is not necessarily all about the traditional education, class 9, 10, college, universities, engineering and others. No, you have to aware about the 360 education. I will share something about today's slide. Let's start my slide, if you can start my slide. So I will share about one important aspects of our day-to-day life where I have actually passed my 19 years of work experience mostly on this particular. As I am a graduate of chemical engineering, my thing, mostly I work with energy, alternative energy, renewable energy and other things. So how energy is important to your life? How much important energy to your life? Can you, anyone please help me? How much importance energy to your life? Anyone can share any thought, any, like energy? Without energy, this event cannot run, right? This light, this everything, all are energy, right? Electricity, anything, it is a secondary energy. But what is primary energy and other things? How this world actually moving on? The world moving so fast, this internet, anything, what we are saying, AI and anything, all actually driven by energy. Without energy, nothing moves on, nothing. So we call the very fast innovation of this world, what was the first and finest invention of mankind? Anyone can help me to know? What is the finest invention? Fire. This kid has said, the fire. The one of the finest invention of mankind. What is fire? Fire is an energy. So without energy, we actually cannot move on. So this is the theme that you have already shared. Then if you look into these things, do you know what is the energy Bangladesh actually moves on? What is the energy we are actually moving on? We are mostly moving on with natural gas. We are highly, I would say that nature has given us a huge number of gases that we are surviving over the years. But we are struggling now with gases and everything nowadays because we are not exploring a lot. So natural gas, where does natural gas exist? Natural gas exists in the underground of the world. So you have to explore this, you have to convey this, transport this, and you have to convert this natural gas to power or anything, whatever you require, right? But what is the future of energy? Renewables, we all say renewables, yeah, we all say renewables and everything, but there are a lot of debates in renewables again. I'll come back later on this particular case. I have to complete my presentation in 18 minutes, do you know? And I have to share a lot of things with this 18 minutes. I will try to make sure to give you and feel what is energy important for youth people like you to rule this country and to run the future world. So there is a lot of energy crisis. We all know there are a lot of energy crisis. How do you understand energy crisis? How? Load shedding. Very fantastically said. When you find morning, electricity gone. That's the energy crisis. If there was an ample amount of energy available, we should not have the load shedding, right? So load shedding is one of the sign of energy crisis. There are other sign of energy crisis we are actually. How? Do you know? The price of energy is escalating. Right? Electricity price is going up, fuel price is going up. This is also if we have an ample amount of energy available, should the price go up? No. So you can guess the challenge already. These youth are actually exciting me a lot because you know a lot. So energy crisis you are facing, the load shedding, the price of fuel, and the price hike of everything. When the price of fuel went up, you student went through the bus fare went up. You go to the shop price went up, everything. So the basic of the whole thing is energy, which is actually fuel. So this is a very important thing you youth people should know. And you youth people should understand where you are actually moving to, how you people can help the country and literally the world to move on the fast forward, right? So let's go to the other things. So who is responsible? We all are responsible. We all will have to use energy honestly, religiously, and efficiently. I said 3 words: honestly, efficiently, and religiously. What is religiously? Energy using is religious, doesn't make any odd. Religiously means something that you have to believe from your heart you are using energy with properly. That's the word, that's why I use the word religiously. So if you look into the things, I would actually go with this word, you have to connect the energy with your personal life. Like, let's say one thing I would share with one of you. You are walking, we walk in a very rare, common scene in Bangladesh, particularly in Dhaka. You are walking, a car was driving to you. And you say, let me go. We do this? We do this? You are actually paying for it. Do you know? You are actually paying for halting this car. I will let you know how. When you raise your hand and the car is stopped, what is happening? The fuels are burning. The fuels are burning. Who is paying the fuel? Driver? No. The owner? The one who stopped it. The one who stopped it. Yes, right. Because as long as you stop the car, the fuels is burning, the fuels is actually supplied by the government, and fuels are being subsidized by the government, and government taking subsidy from your pocket, your tax money. So I would like to assure you, from now onwards, each of one of you are in this room, or those who are actually listening this state, further in future, you ever do that? Never again. If you did it, you did it. But from this way, you should not do this, right? Because whenever you stop this car, you are actually paying from your pocket. You should not do this. That's why I said the energy is a personal connections. Now you got these things? So, Let's have a very, this is a very dumpy things. Look, I don't want to put into a kid on this particular graph, so I should not actually move into a lot basis of global energy, but this is a very important graph you all should know. We are saying recently that you have always heard that coal is very bad and something like that, we should not use coal and other things and others, but look at this graph. What are you watching? The globally, the coal is actually contributing 27% of the energy. But we are saying that coal is very bad. It does mean there are many miles to go actually to reduce coal from the timeline, because already 1/3 of the energy is belongs from coal. Now coming back to our things, this is Bangladesh. So if you look into these things, global coal 26%, natural gas 24%, and oil 30%. Just memorize this number. Oil 30, coal 27, natural gas 24. So now come to the Bangladesh. Gas 55, furnace oil 26. So these are the mostly. Coal is only 6%. So actually, apparently, the country, very underdeveloped country in the world, Bangladesh is not actually harming the environment a lot. You got the idea? So we are not actually very bad in consuming energy and others. So it's sometimes you may be hard that we are actually really environmental not friendly and others, but it's not actually apparently correct, figure-wise saying. So if you look into these things, this kid, so what is your role right now? You all are youth guys. What you should do? As I already speaks to you, all of you, the first and foremost role will be to use energy very honestly, religiously, and efficiently. So that's what already I have said. Sustainable energy is a very, how many of you know sustainable word? I think every one of you knows sustainable word. Sustainable word means the long-term things that you are actually feeling like whatever we are doing right now, we should be, I'll be doing the same thing 10 years, 15 years timeline. That's called sustainable. Sustainable energy means you will be consuming that energy, which will be you continuing consuming for next decades. Long-term fuels. So people are saying right now that electricity car, that you all know that we are actually forcing for the electricity car and everything. I would like to ask you one question. Does electric car is a real, efficient or environment friendly? What do you understand? Anyone can help me? Electric car is really environment friendly? Yeah, that might be a very good term, but in terms of the consumable fuel that we are using, what we are using for electric car? Electricity. Okay. We are saying that this diesel car and this electricity car, the electricity car is giving less emission and the very efficient one, and this electricity car is actually driving CO2, anode, nitrous oxide, nitrogen, sulfur, a lot of other things. So we are saying this one is good. Because this is run by electricity, this is less emission. But now come back, from where electricity is producing? Yes, electricity is producing mostly from coal, mostly from diesel, furnace oil, and then other things, some natural gas as well. But across the world, what we have seen, 26.9% coal are being used. So does really electric car is environment friendly? Apparently no. But on a first hand, it looks like it is an efficient and a good fuel. So there are a lot of, that's why I said renewable and sustainable. There are a lot of word, actually vague term we use. I would not go further on this discussion on debate because time is limited and the audience capacities are also very limited. So if it would have been a much more wider discussion, there are a lot of wider discussions going on this particular cases. This is a real debatable things to discuss actually. So green energy, we all talk about green energy. Green energy is produced from green. So there are a lot of biomass and everything. We are talking about the waste energy, the biomass energy, that is actually coming to the green energy. So now, as I said, on this actually slide, all I have discussed on my particular in my start off of the TED talk, I said about the education. Without the proper education, 2 days, if I ask you, in my last, I have already said about like 15 minutes, something of like, I would say another 2 or 3 minutes. If I ask you, what the takeaway with all of you, there are the 100 or 200 people are here from these 15 minutes. You must have one takeaway from one speaker. You must have, otherwise there is no sense to come here and to spend the whole Valentine's Day in this auditorium. You must have one good result to come and take a good takeaway from this each speaker. So if I ask you, what is your takeaway from these things? What is your education? What is your learning? Education means learning. You must have an idea. You should not stop car. You should not always stay positive that electricity car is full environment friendly. There must have been small learning you should take away from these things. That's called education, and which actually apparently making you to lead the whole things in coming days. So if I like to go for global opportunities, I will skip these things because that slide actually made for the things those who will be listening to me in TED if it is published in TED channel. But I will be very much interested to let all of you know what is the global opportunities for you people to look into. Go and search Google and find the energy-related challenges or energy-related opportunities across the world. I would say one thing to you. You never even will be touched one spoon of opportunity from the global sea of opportunities available across the world. So I would request all of you to search, to find the opportunities, the challenges, the learning, the education about energy things. And this is one of the things that's not for the science graduate only. This is the energy that we all are using, and we all graduates are related with this. All educated people are related with these particular cases. So that's why I said the global opportunity you should search up. And empowerment through leadership, all those things, I will not actually go to, I would like to actually, no, that's the word the line I would like to write. The future of energy is in your hands, and your voice today will shape the world of tomorrow. You understand this line? That's the only one line I want to share with all of you. The future of energy is in your hand. You have to decide how you will use your energy at your home, at your school, college, university, at your workplace, at your surroundings. Make sure when you don't stay in your bedroom, you switch off the room. Thank you very much. Thank you.